Well, the fight is over, but Keith Thurman's career is not. It was a good fight, man. Keith Thurman came into this fight hulked up, bulked up, cut up from the gut up. He put a lot of pressure and landed some good shots on Mario Barrios early, and I think that was a deciding factor in him overall winning the fight because he stacked up rounds early. He landed some phenomenal shots. The right hand was landed for Keith Thurman. As I said, he also caught Mario Barrios, with the left hand, caught him with some nice uppercuts as well. Had Mario Barrios' head going back like a bobblehead. But at the same time, Keith Thurman facing the top tier guys, Jaron Ennis, ERROL Spence, Terence Crawford, the fight is going to look totally different. Keith Thurman is not going to look like he looked when he fought Mario Barrios. He's not going to look the same. Those guys are intelligent, they have more power, and their IQ is much higher than Mario Barrios. So what Keith Thurman did to Barrios, he's not going to be able to do that to the top guys. Keith Thurman knows this, but although it was important for him to come into this fight and perform at a high level, which he did, but the added bulk, he gassed out. But at the same time, I have to give it to him because although he kind of diminished the later rounds of the fight at Mario Barrios, he stacked up those rounds on the second half of the fight. Keith Thurman, he still was in the fight. He still was able to be mobile and evade those shots. Now, ERROL Spence, he can possibly stop Keith Thurman to the body. With the shots that Mario Barrios was landing on Keith Thurman to the body, ERROL Spence is going to stop Keith Thurman if he catches him square and clean with those shots. Because I kept trying to say, Barrios, he needs to double up, catch Thurman in between breaths, because he was catching him with some nice shots to the body, but he needed to double up, catch Thurman in between breaths to take more gas out of the tank, and possibly he can execute, the left hand or catch him with the right hook. But Mario Barrios is young. This was a great test, great experience, especially for him just coming into the division and for him to go 12 rounds with a larger, sharper, and stronger Keith Thurman. I mean, you have to take your hat off to Mario Barrios, man. He caught Keith Thurman with some good shots, especially to the body. Caught him upstairs too. The right hook was landing, the left hook was landing. He caught Thurman with some good shots, but Mario Barrios, he just didn't have the power to really thud and stop Keith Thurman. But if he stays in the division, he will grow into the weight and his power. As I said, go back and watch the previous videos. While you're at it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. His power is going to further develop. His stamina, which was already good in the fight, is going to get better. And his IQ, I believe, will also increase. Now, the question may be raised, should he stick with Verge? Because Verge, this is second fight that he lost, under Verge. I think that he may need to switch. He needs to be more aggressive. And at the same time, he needs to be a smarter boxer. He did a good job, though. Hats off to Mario Barrios. He did a very good job. For him to go in there, just coming into the weight class with a much larger, a seasoned veteran, two-time former champion, that is Keith Thurman. Mario Barrios, he did a great job because people thought that he was going to get knocked out. I said myself, if Thurman does not get the knockout between 8 and 10 and this fight goes the distance, Mario Barrios has a chance. And he did have a chance. But he could not hurt Keith Thurman, to get that decisive nod at the end of the fight. As I said, Thurman stacked up those rounds early, and he took his foot off the gas late. There's probably 7-5 on most people's cards, maybe 8-4, But Mario Barrios, as I said, I can't say the young brother sucked, man, because he didn't. He did a very good job, Now, he's going to have to work his way up in the division. As I said before, he's definitely not ready for the top 5. He's definitely not. And you know what? Keith Thurman, after this victory, naturally, he's calling out anybody with a belt. But you know what? Spence is fighting new guys. That's a great fight. We don't know how that fight is going to end. Old guys could possibly upset Errol Spence. Terence Crawford, problem. He dismantles Keith Thurman, in my opinion. My fight that I want to see, and I said this before, he needs to fight Boots. It needs to be Keith Thurman against Jaron Ennis. And I'm telling y'all now, Boots is going to smoke Keith Thurman. He's going to smoke him. Boots is strong. He's highly intelligent. He puts his punches together well in southpaw and orthodox stance. So Boots is going to give Thurman multiple looks in that fight, and it's not going to be calculative because Boots switches seamlessly. He does it without even thinking about it because he can fight in both stances with equal power, with equal precision. So if Boots fights Keith Thurman, I'm telling y'all this now, save the video so when these guys fight, y'all can go back and look at it as a reference like I told you so. If Jaron Boots Ennis faces Keith one-time Thurman, Boots knocks Thurman out. He knocks him out. I don't know if he's going to knock him smooth out, but he could possibly stop Keith Thurman. Because the way the Mario Barrios was hurting Keith Thurman to the body, if one time get in there with somebody that has power and precision and a great punch output, like Boots, like Crawford, like Spence, shit, kind of bendy. It's even looking crispy. You know what I mean? Virgil Ortiz, look, man, Spence. He looked pretty good coming back, being off the layoff for over 2 years. He looked good. Hats off to him. But for him to think that he can go in there and face the top guys and think that he can do the same thing to them that he did to Mario Barrios, one time tripping. You know what I mean? And that might be the last time that he steps into the ring when he faces anybody in the top 5. Talk Nation, stand up, is your boy. Another video coming soon. Your boy about to lay it down. Peace.